amazing to be back here in Tokyo. You always are so receptive to our work, and I've been coming here ever since I believe Gilbert Grape. So thank you for hosting us. Thank you for having us. It's a joy to be back. Thank you.
Yes, that's well. I'm not expecting, but my wife is. All right.
そうなんです。妻が妊娠いたしました。
Yes, I think there will be a house full of little Terra-chans coming up one of these days.
I would say this is one of those rare scenarios. Look, I think with every character that I play, I do, as much research as I possibly can. But in Quentin's approach, not that this was on the road or these guys were beat at all, but they were on the outskirts. There were two kind of guys that were intrinsically linked in this industry on the outskirts, looking in at a Hollywood that is changing, a Hollywood that they did not belong to, that they aspired to be a part of as they're struggling for work. And I think that, look, Brad and I have, obviously had very successful careers, but we have been there. We know what LA is like. We have been in this environment for such a long period of time that it was such a natural fit in understanding the soul of who these men were and the dependence that they had on one another to survive in an industry like that, filled with constant rejection. So Quentin also gave us this incredible manuscript of our history together and the films that we'd done together and the partnerships that we'd had. So a lot of that work was done for us. The second we kind of wound up on set, we knew who these guys were. We were going to find out more as the filming went on, but we knew who the soul of these people were because it is what was in our zeitgeist, it was in our surroundings in this industry. We knew who these people were.
They were perfect for their characters. People have been asking me, how did you choose Leo and Brad? And frankly, it's more they chose me. Everybody's offering them everything. So they really have, they get to choose. And I'm lucky enough that I've worked with both of them and they like my work. And so I think my scripts end towards the top of the pile. All right, so I was lucky enough that they both read it and they responded to it and they responded to the characters. But I think it was one of the casting coups of the decade, if not the generation. So I'm very lucky, but it's all these guys responding to the material. Actually, speaking in 1969, this thing I kind of wanted to bring up because I just kind of discovered this Japanese director that I wasn't that familiar with. His name is Kirihara. And so the thing is, I was like, wow, this guy's terrific. So I started looking up some of other movies he did. And apparently he did a movie in 1969 that was the biggest movie in Japan that year. And it's a race car movie called Safari 500. It's great. So anyway, anybody here in Japan who wants to get me a copy of Safari 500 on DVD with English language subtitles, I'm here for 2 more days. I'm here. I want it. So if you want to give me a gift, that's the gift I want. I want Safari 500.
But I do think Hollywood in particular gets a bad rap around the world for not to say that there aren't those incredibly superficial, obnoxious people dwelling in my town. I happen to be somebody that has forged the greatest relationships of my life, my family, my friends, growing up in Los Angeles, and they're one and a part of me. So I think it's a like I said, it's this dream factory, and that dream factory can lead to a lot of success or a lot of failure. But I'm just very proud to have LA natives and family members that I've known throughout my entire life there. But I've met some of the most fascinating people of my life in Los Angeles as well. People from all around the world that I've gotten to interact with that have mostly great politics. But, it's a place where I can go to that I'm always happy to be back no matter where I am in the world.
I think one of the things that me and Leo have been saying for both of us is Hollywood has 2 meanings. There's the industry, and then there's the town. And this movie tries to deal with both of them. It tries to deal with an industry town that's going on, but it also tries to deal with it as a town that has citizens, a town that has denizens, and a town where, frankly, great success and medium success and medium failure and great failure can be right next to each other. And those positions change as the years go on. And to me, that's actually kind of fascinating. It's almost like, to some degree, Hollywood is like, if you're lucky enough to work in Hollywood for 20 or 30 years, it's like going to a high school for 20 and 30 years because you see a lot of the same people, and you might have actually been friends with this person 10 years ago, and you still like them now, but you don't like hang out with them every damn day or every week, but you're so happy to see them, which is kind of how high school usually happens in 4 years. Okay, now just stretch that out for 25 years is sort of what it's like.